From 1997, when we hit the start button as pioneers in the Nigerian capital market, Central Securities Clearing System has evolved and pushed boundaries through the years, pioneering the game by setting the pace, leading excellence and innovating solutions, while investing in creating value-added services and business diversification. But how was CSCS birthed? How have we grown and continually stepped up even after every milestone? This is the genesis, how it all began. The principal players, the major and minor characters, the circumstances, the collaborators, the backstories behind every story, the gist behind the gist, the stories untold, and of course, every other thing in between.
In 1997, the CSCS started with NASDAQ Equator as our technology platform. We introduced TCS Banks, our new cutting-edge technology platform that allows us to do much more.
I've been here since 1988, and I can tell how it all started.
Professor Ndi Okerekon, UK. I used to work a long time ago in the New York Stock Exchange, where the Nigerian Stock Exchange Board, led by late Sir Bank Anthony, made a trip to New York Stock Exchange to look for a man to run the Nigerian Stock Exchange, which they were about to establish. And my boss, John McGee, laughed and told him that you came to look for a man, but I had a woman that's even better than a man. And she happens to be from Nigeria, so she knows how to do it best. And that's how I came, just to set it up and go back. But after setting it up, you know, Nigeria now, our people started making me feel guilty that I wanted to go back. I should stay and run it. And the rest is history. So I stayed as chairman of, the first chairman of CSCS, and helped to set, you know, to employ the right type of people, you know, and teach them what to do. While I was still working in the stock exchange, I was like doing a double job at the time. Even though I didn't get paid by CSCS, you're still owing me.
Prior to the setting up of CSCS, I could remember the brokers used to exchange checks on a Friday for the liabilities that they owe other brokers. Now, think about it, that one broker who owes you X amount of money and is not on the trading floor on the settlement day on Friday, you'll be out of pocket.
Those who are stockbrokers then know that, yes, it's not easy, because you have to look for the certificate, and you get it. You have to go and verify them in the various registrars, and you verify them, you come to the floor here to say, to auction it, just say, shout, to offer it. And the moment you offer, you that has walked around the register, they might give you just back 1,000.
My first day at the trading floor, which it used to be, on Custom Streets, I just heard mad people screaming, you know, and I thought to myself, what am I doing here? And then the next day, it then became a little more discernible. That was the call-over system, and that's how trading was done.
When I came, the stock exchange was not computerized. It was manual transaction and shouting on the trading floor. And I decided, you know, talk to my bosses, my boss, and then Apostle Alile, and the board members. Late Sir Bank Anthony was there, also the chairman at the time. So I talked to them nicely but boldly that we need a clearing house, because when people start finishing buying, a client gives money to stockbroker to buy shares, they buy it today. Sometimes it takes about 11 days, 20 days before the clearing and settlement gets done manually. And if there was no company like the CSCS that does the clearing and settlement, is also done between the stockbrokers and the stock exchange staff. So I had to talk to my board of the stock exchange that the New York Stock Exchange, where I came from, has a clearing house separate from the stock exchange. that does all the clearing and settlement automatically with computers. The minute you are buying it, becoming your own. So you can sell the next day or even the same day if you choose to. So let's do that. So that's how I introduced the clearing house.
The impact of CSCS has been, for the past 25 years, has been enormous. I cannot quantify it by mere words. Only those who are in the front of war can tell you the impact of the war, not those who are hearing the sound of the gun.
We have different stakeholders. So the investor will ensure that there's security around the investor's securities. To the exchanges, we provide clearing and settlement services. To the regulator, we ensure that there's control and adherence to laid down rules. So I would say that it's multifaceted, it's of national importance, and it's critical to the Nigerian economy.
CSCS is pivotal in the sense that as the core central securities depository, all shares that are transacted in the financial markets, particularly the ones that are traded on the Nigerian Stock Exchange and the NASD, are cleared and settled in CSCS. Now that basically makes CSCS an important but silent entity within the financial markets. And of course, these days there are other instruments that are also traded and settled. Therefore CSCS stands out as an important backbone of the financial market.
As a matter of fact, without CSCS, the capital markets will not be what they are today. And by that, when I look at the Nigerian capital markets today, I think that they're efficient, I think that they're safe, I think that they are at par with standards globally. And at the heart of all of that is all of the work that CSCS does, just ensuring that when investors come into our markets to buy securities, to sell securities, that they're assured that those transactions will settle well, that they would clear well. I think that in the absence of that, or in the absence of a functional CSCS as we have it today, the Nigerian capital markets will be very different. Investor confidence will be much weaker. And I think that the smoothness and the ebb and flow of our markets will not be what they are today.
CSCS's role is very critical in the capital market. So CSCS's role, first of all, as a clearing and settlement agency for exchanges, is a major one. You know, it's basically the back office engine of an exchange. The trading gets done on the exchange, but all the back end work that needs to be done to ensure that trades are cleared, to ensure that settlement is done, that money goes from the banks, from one bank of a buyer to the bank of a seller, all of that, and ensuring that we can actually guarantee settlement, as we say that we will do in this market, is really a testament to the strength and the resilience of CSCS.
CSCS plays a very critical role in the financial system globally, and maybe within the context of Nigeria, certainly in Nigeria capital market. And so that has grown over the years, and I'm glad to also see that aside from the bread and butter business, which is providing cost of the business to the market, it's also diversified into other streams of income, which I know one of them is documentation services. And so I think as the business continues to evolve, I see it playing a much larger role in growing the market.
We sit at the heart of the Nigerian capital market. We can call ourselves the heartbeat of the capital markets. We are the hub that all the stakeholders connect to. The exchanges where trade happens, the investors who need an independent, view of their portfolio, the investors who are investing in the market and want to be sure that when they move in cash, whether it's equities, whether it's any other instruments, they move. We sit at the heart. We connect every stakeholder. We are the unifier of the market. We are the heartbeat of the market. We are the innovative catalysts for the capital markets in Nigeria.
I can say that the CSCS as an organization has changed the way capital market business is done, the way the exchanges operate today. It is the one singular organization that has developed the capital markets to the volumes that we see today. And I think that it is going to be a lot more remarkable as we move in to the years ahead.
As a critical financial market infrastructure to the Nigerian capital market, for 25 years we have provided a secure ecosystem for investments and the economy of our nation to thrive. However, like any other business, we aim to continue exploring avenues to bring progressive profits to the business and to our esteemed shareholders. We have developed innovative solutions to serve and cater to our ecosystems and beyond. Last year, we recorded an increase in our non-core revenue, and we intend to keep it growing. Amongst a bouquet of solutions we have developed includes our global search, which is a service that allows investors to search for their investment in listed equities, bonds, and other assets within the CSCS depository, irrespective of the time the investment was made and/or the capital market operator that served as the brokerage agent at the initial stage of the investment. Secondly, we also have our online portfolio view, which allows investors access, view, and monitor their stock positions regularly, both on the NGX and NESD. We also have our collateral management and lending services, which affords investors the opportunity to use their securities such as shares and assets in the CSCS depository as collateral for loans. Service and the lending services manages securities and assets pledged by investors to financial institutions as collaterals. Finally, we have our document management services, which is one of our most successful products in the CSCS depository services. This service features digitization of documents, physical archiving, electronic document management, and workflow in real time. We serve a range of clients across different sectors, including the Edo State Government, Nigerian Port Authority, Flour Mills Nigeria, Unilever Nigeria PLC, Polaris Bank, Excel Group, amongst others.
CSCS has achieved a lot of success, a lot of firsts. One of the things that I can remember, CSCS started, prior to CSCS coming in, there was no settlement settle. So people, settlement settle depended more on people that are doing the transaction. But CSCS came first and introduced a fee settlement cycle of T+5. That's transaction date plus 5 days. And within a couple of years, we moved to T+3. And which was, as far as I'm concerned, was a big landmark then, because we were the first that was able to achieve this in Africa. And even as we speak now, there has been a lot of transformation that CSCS is even ready to do T+1, T+2, or even T+0. So I will consider this as some of the major landmarks for CSCS. And in terms of even automation, process automation, we did not just restrict ourselves to automating the regular CSD processes, but we went out all the way to also provide solutions even for stakeholders.
CSCS 25, interesting. And it's one of the few companies in Nigeria that from inception had been profitable. I understand. I wasn't there when it got started, but the other interesting thing about CSCS is that it is one of the silent nerve center of the financial markets of Nigeria, and I wish CSCS to play its prominent role of being the premier CSD in the country, and to continue the success that CSCS has laid out. And it should also never stop being innovative. CSCS has been one of those innovative companies, but it should continue to do that. And on the eve of CSCS's 25th anniversary, I wish CSCS all the best and more strength and opportunities for growth.
I would like to congratulate CSCS team for their 25th anniversary. It's a great achievement and you all should be proud of where you are today. We recently concluded a significant transaction, a capital markets transaction this year, and we got an opportunity to interact very closely with CSCS and their team. And I must acknowledge, I was very impressed with the professionalism and the commercial approach with the institution shows at all levels. And let me tell you this, that I have worked in various geographies. This is my 7th country where I'm working with. And I'm telling you with all my experience that the kind of professionalism and commercialization that I have seen at CSCS is very impressive.
I think I'm biased because I'm an insider of CSCS, but I really wish CSCS all the best. I think that CSCS is doing the right thing, being on the cusp of the new technologies. I think that it's doing the right thing in terms of its resilience and its ambitions to be here for another 25, 75, and so many years.
CSCS, within 25 years, I've achieved so much. And I'd like to wish CSCS happy birthday. And I know that with what is currently going on, what the current management is doing, a lot is going to be achieved in the next couple of years. So I'd like to wish CSCS more stride, more innovation, and more thought leadership.
The message will be to the entire ecosystem, and maybe I'll start with the board of CSCS led by Mr. Oyema, to the management team led by Mr. Jallo Waziri, that the achievements that has been delivered over the last 25 years, which certainly predates them as well, because there are other people before them, that we see multifold of that in the next 25 years. And that's so, as CSCS has been able to make a mark in the market today, that the next 25 years will be tenfold of that.
CSCS is family. So definitely, it's 25 years, and 25 years by any definition in any realm is adult. That's adulthood, and I would say to CSCS, I wish you the best in the next 25 years and beyond. I hope that we would grow beyond what we have as a vision. We would grow beyond Africa and into the world, and we'll make more impact even for the world.
The setting up of CSCS by the original founders was a great thing, and we must applaud them because they did a great job. And the objective is being met, and the CSCS, I must say, kudos to them, kudos to current management, previous management, and keep up the good work.
So I'm very proud of you guys. Keep up the good work, and God will continue to bless you as you work there, and as you are exiting, God will also remember you. Just like you are remembering me now. If I didn't do my work, would you be coming to talk to me? So I also ask you guys to do your work very well. Love this company as your own. Collect it, it's yours. And work with it, run with it. And you will never regret it.
Well, I thank the CSCS for being the organization it has been, and helping all the professionals that are in the capital market realize their dreams. I think that the CSCS will grow from strength to strength, and I congratulate the CSCS for attaining a milestone age, and we can only say that you will be there for us and we will be there for you going through the ages.
Well, I just want to congratulate CSCS, really just to commend them for what is really a brilliant work that they've done in their journey, particularly, as I've said, over the past decade or so that I've been directly involved with them. I've seen them grow, I've seen them blossom, and with that also has been the Nigerian capital markets also grow. So just to also wish them well. I'm sure that the future is brighter than the past 25 years, and I look forward to a continued successful working relationship with the institution.
25 years later, we're very happy to say that not only have we helped to automate the marketplace, we've helped to enhance the prosperity associated with the marketplace. For example, we are connected to the stakeholders in the marketplace in such a way that people can have services such as self-serving themselves. We have Reg Connect, which allows us to more actively engage with the registrar community. For example, we have our app in the App Store. So we have many ways to interact with the marketplace and bring modernization to the marketplace and to the people and participants in the market. I'm very happy to say that we've completed dematerialization, working with the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the various stakeholders in the marketplace. So today, all shareholding is in electronic form and no longer certificate form. That brings efficiencies to the marketplace, removes opportunities for sharp practices, and really modernizes and allows us to continue to grow the market in a safe and efficient way. Post dematerialization, we've also engaged in making sure that the system itself, the company itself, is very, very resilient. We've worked on corporate governance to bring best practices. Today, we're rated A+ by the International Rating Agency for CSDs. That means we're one of the top CSDs in the world, certainly one of the top 2 in Africa. And we're very proud of the work that we've done in that space. We continue to work with management as we execute on our 2021 to 2025 strategy, which is really focused on diversification, helping us to deepen the kinds of products that we provide to the marketplace, helping us to work more collaboratively with the marketplace to continue to enhance our brand as we scale into other verticals that CSDs, globally renowned CSDs, are known to have participated in. We are very happy with the progress that we've made up for the last 25 years, and we look forward to the kinds of new innovation, new technologies, and new business models that we'll introduce in the next 25 years. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me in celebrating 25 years of CSCS.
As we celebrate our 25 years of resilience in this market, we wish to thank our past leadership, the past chairman, past CEOs, the past directors, as well as both executive and also management on their resilient effort to build such a great institution that they handed over to us. We really do appreciate all of the work they've done to hand over to us, take it to the next level. Now, in terms of the future, we are hoping that with the crop of management and staff and the young talks, if I may call them, coming in to do what we are doing and learn from it and take it future, the only thing you can see is a greater CSCS in future. I want to thank everyone for all of the contributions, stakeholders, regulators, settlement banks, all of those groups of people, stakeholders have actually helped us build this institution. I wish to thank you all as we celebrate these 25 years and look forward to a bigger, better CSCS in future. Please, for now, let's celebrate CSCS as 25 years. Thank you.